To get them through the day. I love that.
Right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
On the storm watch, pretty quiet weather across most of the USA. We might see some showers and thunderstorms in the heartland later on today. The big story in the tropics is, of course, Hurricane George as it moves inland and brings showers, thunderstorms, and tornadic activity into the Gulf Coast. That's the topic on the Tropical Update. And we'll look at where the storm is as of 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. It's at 30.4 north, 89.0 west near Gulfport, Mississippi. Winds down to 90 miles per hour, moving not much, nearly stationary. Pressure at 967 millibars. We do have hurricane warnings from Grand Isle, Louisiana through Destin, Florida, so a smaller area than we had earlier, pushing over towards Intercoastal City and Morgan City, a more tighter area for the warnings. And then we have tropical storm warnings also from Morgan City to Grand Isle, Louisiana, as the storm moves inland. Looking at the infrared view, we are still seeing a lot of rainfall, but as you can see with the spin over the last few hours, our area of the heaviest convection is getting a little bit smaller and over southeastern sections of Mississippi, but still a lot of rain from the system. Some areas getting 20 inches of rainfall so far, with the possibility of 10 or 15 more inches still, because the storm will not move very much over the next day or so. It's moving rather slowly. A view of the radar out of Jackson, Mississippi shows heavy rainfall over Mobile, bands of heavy showers and thunderstorms near Panama City, pushing into southern Alabama, and heavy rain up towards Mobile along Interstate 65, and light to moderate showers and windy conditions over towards New Orleans too. They didn't get the brunt of the storm, but still lots of activity into the New Orleans area, and the city virtually shut down because of Hurricane George. Here's the area where our tornado watch remains in effect till 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This for southeastern Mississippi, for southern Alabama, and for the panhandle of Florida. And within this watch box, we do have a tornado warning, the current one for Baldwin County into southwestern Alabama. This until 12 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At around 10:38 Central Time, spotters reported a tornado just offshore of Orange Beach and moving towards the north at 50 miles per hour. Also, flash flood warnings and watches in effect for the region too. The problem will be lots of rain that will continue to flood the area over the next day or so, and a very slow-moving system will spread rain into northern Mississippi, into Alabama, Tennessee, and into Georgia over the next day or so. The very windy conditions from the storm as it makes landfall. Wind gusts up to 44 miles per hour towards Mobile Bay, and around 43 miles per hour in the Crescent City of New Orleans, and in some smaller areas or more small spots into sections of Mississippi. But the heaviest wind gusts around Pensacola and Mobile into extreme western Florida and southern Alabama. And the tightest area of the heaviest winds where the eye made landfall towards Gulfport, Mississippi, and Biloxi. Winds there around 74 to 114 miles per hour. And around that band area of wind gusts right at around 39 to 73 miles per hour, pushing back towards Pensacola, Florida, and over towards New Orleans and down into the Mississippi River Delta. So a very strong storm making landfall. Other activity into the Atlantic with Hurricane Jeanne that is moving away from the coast. Its winds now down to 85 miles per hour and moving towards the northeast at 21. On the mainland, we still could see some more tornadic activity with heavy thunderstorms into the Gulf coastal region through midnight. And also another area of energy could bring some active severe storms into Kansas, into northwestern Missouri, into southeastern Nebraska and southwestern Iowa through midnight, and a chance for some strong storms in the Intermountain West, into the Four Corner states, and into central California. You could see some heavy rain there. National radar shows it's pretty quiet around much of the country. A little light rainfall towards San Francisco, light bands of showers in northern Georgia, and the heaviest rain from Hurricane George into the Gulf of Mexico. Stay tuned for more coming up.
4 southeastern states feel Georgia's force as it moves inland. More on this devastating hurricane's impact and weather coast to coast coming up on